don't know why I have to get up at dawn just because you do.
Hey, quit moaning, okay? I already worked out. Anyway, dawn's the best time of the day.
Yeah, I get off on it too. Except I usually see it from the other end.
Night owl, huh?
Yeah, that's the way to greet the morning.
So when you sleep?
I can sleep when I'm dead.
Yeah, well, if you don't watch yourself, it could be sooner than you think. But if you play your cards right, maybe we can get Ruby to get you a reason to get up early.
Well, you mean a job? Hey, don't do me any favors, okay?
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, don't sweat it.
I never do.
So listen, what are you going to do when you're going to start getting up early?
Why would I have to?
Well, they don't hold classes at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Classes? You gotta be kidding me.
Listen, Mike, come on.
Hey, read my lips, Jagger. Not in this lifetime.
How's that feel?
Mm-hmm. Wonderful.
Right there. Is she awake?
Yeah, about 10 minutes ago.
What'd she say?
Nothing, not a word. She's completely unresponsive.
We're gonna check her into the hospital.
She's in shock, right?
Actually, it's worse than that.
Worse?
If Tiffany doesn't get some professional help, I just hate to think what's gonna happen.
How they treating you?
Oh, they let me shave, gave me my morning ration of bread and water.
This isn't funny, Sean.
Who's laughing? So, how do I look?
I don't think you want to know.
Well, you always want to look best for your arraignment. Especially when your face is going to be plastered all over the newspapers.
Well, probably the network news. Police commissioner pleads guilty to murder. Can we talk?
Nothing to talk about.
Well, how about self-defense? How about manslaughter? How about insanity? Why don't you say it was an accident?
It wasn't an accident.
My hands are tied here. Now, come on. How do you expect me to mount any kind of a defense for
You
you?
don't have to. I killed Jessica. I'm guilty. Film at 11.
General,
What's the problem, school?
I used to, but I solved it. I stopped going.
Listen, I know you've been on your own for a while now, okay? I hate breaking it to you, but you're underage. And there's a few cops out there that know that.
Now I'm really scared.
Well, just lighten up, all right?
You lighten up. When did you become such an education freak?
You really want to know?
I'm asking.
When I dropped out.
Are we almost done here? I am so hungry.
How thoughtless of me. What, it's been almost an hour since your last meal?
Very cute.
It's not true, is it? What now? I heard a guest was murdered. Oh, how'd you hear about it?
Well, everybody in the hotel was talking about it.
Terrific.
Well, she wasn't a guest, but the broad was murdered.
Oh, was she a prostitute or something?
Now, gee, I never thought of that. I mean, she could be. You know.
Lucy, she was Assistant District Attorney Jessica Holmes.
Wow, you're kidding. Well, do you know who did it?
The police commissioner says he did.
Boy, this is big. You know, it's funny, you get into this false sense of security in a place like Port Charles. You know, it's a quiet, friendly town. I really thought I'd left all that behind.
But left it behind? Does that mean that you've considered my offer?
Actually, I have made one of those lists, you know, the pros and cons of New York versus Port Charles, and And, well, the New York list, really, it had no job, no money, no immediate future, and a lot of painful memories.
And the Port Charles list?
Well, a challenging job, a nice income, a bright future, lots of really great friends. That was the most appealing part to me, and, well, how could I resist? I couldn't be more pleased. Me too, thank you.
Me 3.
Thank you, Lucy. Well, actually, I couldn't wait to get started working, so if you want to go over the company contact sheets, it'd be great. Oh, it's going to have to wait. I have a staff meeting. Everybody's a little shook up over the murder, and then I have to see my sister.
Oh, Julia, do tell her hi for me.
Oh, I will.
You know, I do consider Brenda all my discovery, really.
Well, guess she was. Well, I'll be in my room after lunch, so why don't you just give me a call when you're free? Great. Oh, I am so looking forward to working with you. This is going to be great. Yeah.
So what's going on?
Well, I described Tiffany's symptoms to Gail, and I had my own suspicions, which Gail confirmed. We think that she's suffering an atypical depression.
Excuse me, I better go get her.
Okay.
What is atypical exactly?
Actually, it means abnormal. I mean, the depression that we would be used to is intense sadness or crying. In this case, the patient almost completely withdraws from the real world.
But she'll be better once she gets to the hospital, right?
It's really hard to say. You know, something like this is triggered by a sudden emotional reaction, and it can disappear almost as unpredictably, usually when the patient's ready to face her emotions. Anyway, Gail's waiting at the hospital, and Tiffany needs to be on CDO.
Come on, Tony, English, please.
Oh, sorry. It's a continuous direct observation.
You mean a suicide watch?
Well, considering what she's been through recently, we just can't take a chance.
We'll go over to General Hospital. Sure you're okay, all
Come on, Tiff. We're gonna go see Gail for a little bit.
I'm gonna come with you. Everything's gonna be...
We'll wait here for Sean. I'll bring him over to the hospital after the arraignment.
Okay.
Go.
This must be pretty awkward for you.
Well, actually, yes. You know, everything is awkward when you're pregnant. I think I've gained about 100 pounds.
No, actually, I was referring to me working here with you.
Oh, that. You know, I've been doing a lot of thinking about that. We're both, professionals, right?
Well, I'd like to think so.
Right. So, for the sake of the company and each other, and not to mention Julie and Scott, who think you're pretty swell, I think we should try to work together.
Well, that is very big of you, Lucy. No pun intended.
Oh. Well, you know, I think you'll be singing a different tune when you see my real body. This is really just an aberration.
Well, actually, Lucy, you know, I think you look pretty great. You are the first pregnant woman I've ever seen that really does glow.
I think it's just sweat.
Well, I think all the rest of us are just a little bit jealous.
Thank you. That's, very nice of you to say.
So, you see, we actually can get along, can't we?
Well, yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, after all, we both were Dominique's friends.
I suspect we have more in common than just Dominique. We just need to get to know each other a little bit better.
I suspect you're right.
You dropped out and you're telling me I gotta go to school? What the hell is that? Do as I say, not as I do?
First of all, I didn't exactly drop out, okay? I mean, I did it first, but then I went back.
Well, you didn't stay.
I wanted to stay. But I got in some trouble and they kicked me out. And then I let it go.
Well, the way I see it, that doesn't leave you in much of a position to get on my case.
Oh, come on, I'm not getting on your case.
Well, what do you call it? Every day it's something else. Live with me. Well, let's see if Ruby can give you a job. Now it's school, right? Where does it stop?
Listen, I know it's not gonna be easy at first, okay?
No, it's really easy, Jagger. Look at your own life before you start telling me what to do with mine.
What's with this attitude, huh?
Later for this, man.
Oh, come on, Mike.
What was that?
What was what?
All that yelling.
I just got here. Can I buy you a soda?
Sure. You know what? I'm glad you came.
Good. What was so important you had to schedule a meeting with me?
Nothing. I just wanted to see you, and I have to schedule a meeting because all you do is work.
Uh-huh. You just wanted to see me.
Yeah. Is there something wrong with that?
No. Look, Brenda, something has happened at the hotel, and it's really crazy over there, so I need to get back. Is there something specific you wanted to talk to me about?
I heard about Jessica Holmes. That's heavy.
Yeah, the hotel is a zoo. Everybody's running around, the media, the looky-loos.
Well, it's probably good. I mean, you probably needed a break, and, you know, if AJ wasn't available.
Excuse me?
Come on, give me a break. I saw you two last night at the gym after Jagger and AJ's fight. I forgot my keys.
Oh, so that's what this is all about. How inconvenient. So what is it you think you saw?
A few sparks flying
Don't
everywhere.
let your imagination get away with you. We were just talking.
Sis, I know you, and I know how you operate.
Oh, you do?
Hey, look, it was a perfect follow-up to the night you two spent together.
AJ slept on the couch. I told you that.
I know, you told me, and don't worry, I'm not going to say anything to Ned. I would never do that to you twice.
Sweetheart, my dear, adorable little sister of mine, you are way off base as far as AJ and I are concerned, and Ned's opinion on it really doesn't matter since he and I are no longer seeing each other.
You and Ned broke up? Come on, this is not the first time. Who broke up with who?
I broke up with him. Not that it matters.
Of course it matters. You're a Barrett. I'd hate to think that he dumped you. I mean, just because I wouldn't want you to be upset. What happened?
Nothing. That's precisely the problem. We just had different expectations about what a relationship should be, and when two people are that far off target, what's the point in continuing?
Well, what are you going to do now? I mean, at least you had a cute guy to spend Saturday nights with.
You are so sensitive.
I
I'll
know.
survive.
Ned!
Julia, I want you to meet a friend of mine. Damien Smith, Julia Barrett.
Hello.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. This is my sister, Brenda.
Well, nice to meet you both.
And you too.
I'm showing Damien around town. He's an old prep school buddy of mine.
Yeah, I gave him humility lessons in tennis.
And I ran him ragged in lacrosse.
Yeah, good speed. No finesse.
You know, I love tennis. My instructor says I have a great swing.
And I'm sure you have a great follow-through.
Maybe we could play together sometime.
You know what, Brenda? I'm afraid I may be keeping Damien far too busy for you to be playing with him.
No, but it's nice of you to ask.
Ned, have you been back to the hotel yet?
Yeah, the excitement's dwindling down a little bit.
Oh, well, I'd better check in.
You know, I hope I have a chance to spend some time with you. Ned tells me you're an exceptional lady.
Well, don't believe anything he says.
You know, if Ned is too busy to finish your little tour of Port Charles, I could always
Brenda,
take...
that's enough.
But thanks
What?
for a generous offer.
Page me if you need me, okay? Let's
I
have a
think
seat.
I can handle it. Friend, thanks for the soda.
I thought you were paying. Hand it over.
You're a cheapskate.
Come here. Now, there's a way to spend your Saturday night.
You have a one-track mind. I didn't even notice.
Right.
Goodbye, Brenda.
Bye.
Here you go, John.
Thanks.
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing, okay?
Come on, I don't know.
We had a fight. It happens.
Oh, that's the yelling I heard from upstairs.
You don't miss much, do you?
Do you want to tell me what you guys were fighting about?
School. He doesn't want to go to school. It's a lot more than that. I guess I just got to back off. He's not used to it.
Hey, either are you. Look, you're doing the best you can.
It's not good enough. You know what my problem is, don't you?
You want a list?
Really. You know, I wanted this, having my family for a long time now. I just wanted the way I picture it. I just forgot the part where Mike has his own idea how it's supposed to be.
Oh, right. You mean like wanting you to call him Stone?
That's exactly what I mean. See, I can't call him that.
So, what happened with you and computer hardware? Last I heard, I thought you were going great guns.
Yeah, it was a major disappointment. My biggest competitor was a Japanese conglomerate that was subsidized by the government. They could undersell the hell out of me, so I finally let them buy me out.
Did you realize anything on it?
Yeah, some. Nowhere near what it was worth, but environmental consultancy is going great.
Onward and upward.
You know, as a matter of fact, I'm thinking of setting up an office in Port Charles.
No kidding.
Yeah, I've got 3 major clients in the area, and from what I've seen, Port Charles seems like it's got a lot of potential for ecological disaster.
Yeah, well, ELQ has actually had a few environmental problems of their own. Our emissions levels were running close to the max. In fact, we had some real trouble with the EPA just last year.
You know, I want to start looking for office space.
Well, it'd be great to have you around. I'll introduce you to Jack Boland. He's an old friend of my grandfather's, and he owns most of the commercial real estate in the area.
I'd appreciate that.
You got it.
Well, Ruby's isn't exactly the Port Charles Grill, but it does have a certain amount of color.
Yes, I remember the first time Scott brought me here.
Oh, Scott brought you here.
Mm-hmm.
How nice.
Hello, ladies.
Ned. Hi.
Lucy?
Wow, that was quite a scene at the hotel earlier this morning. It's very nice to see you again.
Lucy, right?
Yes, you remembered.
I never forget the name of a beautiful woman.
Well, then you must have remembered Catherine. I think you met her the other night.
Of course.
How are you enjoying your stay in Port Charles?
Well, it's a great place. I was just saying there's a little something here for everyone.
You know, that's what struck me when I first came to town.
You know what they say about great minds and all.
Well, we should grab that table before somebody else does.
Yes, it's very nice seeing you.
And you too.
I'm sure we'll be running into each other again.
Goodbye, Lucy.
Goodbye, Ned. Listen, I do hope you get the bloodstains off the carpet. It could be really bad for business.
Goodbye, Miss Crawford.
Oh, please, call me Catherine.
I will.
Goodbye.
Hi.
Hi. What happened?
Well, what happened was he entered a plea of guilty. The judge said bail, and that's that.
That's it?
That's all. Something I can do. He wouldn't give me any room here to maneuver.
Look, can we talk about something else? All I want to do is see Tiffany.
Sean, she's not here. She had a setback.
What do you mean she had a setback?
Look, according to Bobby and Tony, she heard about Jessica's murder. She had an unusual reaction.
All right, what do you mean unusual?
It's like she's gone into herself.
All right, where is she?
She's at the hospital. She has to stay with Gail Baldwin. She has to be under constant supervision because they're afraid she might try something.
All right, now slow down just a minute now. Will you two please tell me what is going on with my wife? What kind of unusual reaction?
She's not responsive, Sean, to anyone or anything.
She's emotionless. It's almost as if she's catatonic.
Tony called atypical depression.
Hi. May I help you?
Are you Felicia Jones?
Yes, I am.
Abby Mitchell. I'm the assistant DA assigned to the Jessica Holmes murder.
Oh, right.
I observed some of your trial. Congratulations on the reversal.
Oh, thank you. Max Scorpio, Abby Mitchell.
Hi.
Actually, I'm here to speak with Mrs. Donnelly.
Look, this isn't a good time.
Rarely is.
Hey, Abby, long time no see.
Yeah, Abby, it's been, what, good 30 minutes since the arraignment, huh?
I know this isn't easy, Sean.
Let me handle this. This is what you're paying me for, all right?
Yeah.
Mrs. Donnelly cannot answer any questions right now.
Scott, be reasonable.
I am. It's just that she's in the hospital.
What's wrong with her?
Well, she's suffering from a depression. She's unresponsive. So there's no way she could answer any of the questions that you need to ask her.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Well,
I hope she's all right.
Yeah, sure.
when she gets better, I'll let you know.
I'd appreciate it.
And I would appreciate a copy of that autopsy report.
Preliminary report is in. Nothing unexpected. A blunt trauma to the skull, consistent to the weapon that we have, the candlestick. And then, of course, there was the fetus. The ME figures she was 12 to 14 weeks pregnant at time of death.
There you are. I'm looking all over for you.
Congratulations, you found me.
Guess you guys had it out pretty good, huh?
Where the hell does he get off telling me I gotta go to school?
Well, it's not such a bad idea.
Who needs it? I already got a job. Pays a lot more than Jagger makes logging those dirty dishes in that place.
Stalin, why don't you just hear him out?
You on my case, too?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying don't freak out about it, that's all.
Well, I don't like being pushed.
Neither does your brother. Stone, if Jagger thinks that you don't trust him, he's going to start asking questions. You want him to start asking questions about where you work? Is that what you want?
Would you care for more iced tea?
No. No, I'm fine. Thank you.
Would you mind if I asked you, a question about your husband?
Oh, go ahead.
I was just wondering, was he much older than you?
Not really. Why?
Well, just because you mentioned he had a heart attack, and that usually happens with older people.
Oh, he was just 39.
Oh, my God, that's so young.
Yeah, they think it was a genetic weakness, and he compounded it in a way.
Really, how?
Well, he worried too much about everything. He worked too much, and his eating habits were horrendous. He really didn't have any warning.
Oh, well, I guess you didn't have, any children?
Well, we planned to. Tons of them. But we were married for such a short time.
Oh, yeah, you said, what, a year or so?
Oh, yeah, a little over a year. In fact, we had just started to try. And then every night after he died, I prayed that I was pregnant. Just so a little piece of him would live on.
Oh, well, you know, there's still plenty of time. I mean, you're very young, and...
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know, I hate platitudes. They're so lame.
Well, that's all right. There never is anything right to say in a situation like this.
Yeah, I know. I learned that with Scott when Dominique died.
Well, grief is a very private, personal thing. But he knows that you're there for him, and he's very lucky to have you.
Do you really think so?
Oh, sure, I can see it. I wish I would have had that kind of support.
You mean you didn't have any family or friends of your own?
Well, no family to speak of. And I had a lot of acquaintances, but no real friends. It seems that people tend to disappear in a situation like this. You know, they never really know what to say or how to help. It's understandable. There's nothing anyone can do, really.
Yeah. Well, you know, I also think it must be hard that you don't get a chance to visit Charles's grave very often. You know, it really helps Scott to visit Dominique's grave.
Well, Charles was cremated.
In New York?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh, gosh, I'm asking all these questions. It must be very painful. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. You know, sometimes it helps to talk about things like this.
Yeah, you know, when Dominique died, well, it's really helped me to talk about things like this.
You see, we really do understand each other. I knew it would be good for us to have lunch together.
Oh, I think it was very good for us to have lunch together.
Copy
copy of the preliminary autopsy report?
Already done.
Good. Thank you. See you around.
Jessica was pregnant?
I thought she told you it was a false alarm. When did she tell you otherwise?
8 or 9 weeks ago.
Well, was she lying?
Why? What would she have to gain by lying?
Me? Or so she thought. Look, let me explain what happened, okay? When Tiffany lost her baby, Jessica decided that I shouldn't work on my marriage any longer. I should set up housekeeping with her and the baby she was carrying. I mean, she was totally convinced that we belonged together.
She's nuts.
She's delusional.
So what? She waited until she was 3 months pregnant to hit you with this?
She obviously knew she was too far along to do anything about it.
How do you know the baby was yours?
I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, short of doing a blood test, that is. Yeah, I believe that she hadn't been sleeping with anyone else, and that's what makes this whole thing so difficult, because the baby she was carrying was mine, and it died right along with Jessica. Well, anyway, she told me that she wanted me to tell Tiffany about it. At first I refused. I mean, I had no intention of spending my life with Jessica or any other woman, except Tiffany, for that matter. It's, Jessica she just wouldn't back off. So I knew I had to tell Tiffany, and hopefully we could, find a way to work it out together.
So you did tell Tiffany?
I tried to, Mac. I tried a couple of times, but I mean, she is so fragile right now. Has been. I mean, she was just beginning to trust me again and open up to me, and I just didn't have the heart to tell her and have her whole world fall down on her all over again. If I had told her none of this would happen, I should have known that Jessica would never get up.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, Jessica has never been functioning on all cylinders.
Is that why you killed her, Sean? To keep Tiffany from finding out about the baby?
No. Oh, Jessica I tried to, Mac. I tried a couple of times, but I mean, she is so fragile right now. Has been. I mean, she was just beginning to trust me again and open up to me, and I just didn't have the heart to tell her and have her whole world fall down on her all over again. If I had told her none of this would happen, I should have known that Jessica would never get up.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, Jessica has never been functioning on all cylinders.
Is that why you killed her, Sean? To keep Tiffany from finding out about the baby?
No. Oh, Jessica had already told Tiffany before I could stop her. I don't know, I guess I lost it then. I went back to my hotel room, and there was Jessica waiting for me, pleased as punch with herself. Said that now I was free because she had gotten rid of all the obstacles. I mean, there she stood. I mean, this woman who had threatened to destroy my marriage, and I'll tell you something, she had already done it. I told her that it could never happen between us. Ever. That's when she started screaming at me, yelling, ranting, raving. And no matter what I said, she wouldn't shut up. I don't know exactly how it happened, but all I wanted her to do was shut up. So I hit her. The next thing I remember, I was standing over her with a candlestick in my hand. There's blood all over the place, and Jessica was dead. I go upstairs and change.
Same story he said at the arraignment. He wouldn't change his mind. He wouldn't listen to me. He wouldn't change his plea at all. He just opened his mouth. Out it came. Tied my hands. I'm going to call my office here.
I can't believe it's possible. I just can't believe that Sean is capable of this.
People are capable of anything when they feel trapped.
Is that better? Would you like a drink of water? Tev, I'm going to leave this water right here on your table in case you get thirsty, all right?
Tiffany? It's Gail. Tiffany, you've had a rough time, haven't you? Look, we are going to do everything possible to help you. I promise you, Tiffany. Gail, she doesn't seem to know what's going on or anything. It's just possible that she can hear everything we're saying, so we have to be very careful. But it's like she's not even there. That's consistent with atypical depression. Even though she appears to be out of touch, we don't know what's going on with her inside. Tony, what triggered it?
Her station manager said that he told her that Jessica Holmes was found murdered in Sean's hotel room. She never responded, and she's been like this ever since.
How are her vitals?
They're normal.
I'm going to give her an antidepressant.
Oh, Gail, is that necessary?
You know I prefer therapy to drugs, but Tiffany has completely closed off her emotions. She's in this condition. She's just not capable of responding to therapy.
I guess whatever it takes to pull her through this.
I need a few minutes with her. Yeah.
Hurts to see her like this.
I know, especially after all she's been through already.
Did you see her eyes? I looked into her eyes. I couldn't find Tiffany.
But she's there. We just have to find her.
Honey, can you imagine the kind of pain she's in?
You know, actually, she's probably pretty comfortable right now.
No, I mean inside, in her heart. To hurt so much that she had to shut out everyone and everything. Gail, how long is she going to be like this?
That's impossible to predict. I mean, she could come around in a couple of days. Or there are cases where patients have spent their entire lives existing in this other world.
I've been kidding myself, you know that?
What do you mean?
I really thought I could bring my family back together. But it's crazy.
Jagger, you had one little fight with Stone. You gonna give up? That's not like you. Come on.
That's the thing. It's not just about school. It's a lot more than that. And he's so stubborn.
Look, you're being impatient. It's only been a few days.
Yeah, but I've been waiting for 5 years for this.
I know. 5 years, you guys have a lot of catching up to do. You can't overcome 5 years worth of change in a few days.
Where'd you get all this wisdom, huh?
I've had it. You gonna take advantage of it or what?
Well, we wouldn't want it to go to waste, would we?
What are you gonna do about it?
Try to start over? Beginning tonight?
mean, what is he, nuts? He can't just pick up where we left off. I'm not 10 anymore.
Yeah, I know. It's just gonna take a little bit of time.
You know what I want to do? I want to go back to the club and hang out with Sonny. And forget about all this other stuff.
Could you do that? Stone, I know how much Jagger thought about you through the years, and you can't tell me that you didn't think about him just as much.
Look, sure I did. For a while. Hey, look, I got nothing against Jagger. It's just not the same, you know? People move on. Anyway, this is getting too hard.
Which part?
Faking him out. Playing little brother so he doesn't find out what's really going on in my life. It's making me nuts.
Yes, I know. You don't have to tell me that. I'm feeling the same thing.
Who's messing in your business?
Everybody is. Especially my mom, you know? I'm getting really good at lying, and I hate that because it scares me.
What's scary?
Losing track. You know what I mean? I don't know where I'm supposed to be, when, with who, doing what, you know? I mean, did I tell Ruby the same thing I told my mom?
Whoa, you're giving me a headache.
Excuse, you know? Tell me about it. How do you think I feel?
I'm sorry it took forever with Lucy. She grilled me while I grilled her chicken. Hi.
Did you tell her everything she wanted to know?
Oh, everything except name, rank, and serial number. Oh, Miss Coe needs a few lessons on subtlety. Oh, it must have been so hard for you when your husband died. How old was he? Where did it happen? When? Ugh. Anyway, she thinks that I think that she's my new best friend. So, did you go on that tour with Ned?
Told Ned I'm thinking of opening an office in Port Charles.
Are you?
It's an interesting place. There's lots of potential business. And I can't keep an eye on you in New York.
You're not happy.
Let's just say I'm trying to digest your plans to marry Scott.
Well, if you can think of a sure, quicker way for me to get my hands on half of Dominique's estate, which is mine anyway, please tell me.
Well,
Why can't you please just think of this as business? A corporate maneuver? No. Better yet, a game.
I'm trying.
Do you know what your problem is, mister? You don't like to play by anybody else's rules.
No, my problem is I don't want you married to him.
It's a short marriage. A very small, miserable marriage. When the payoff is a ton of money that is really mine in the first place. And then I can finally, firmly close the door on many years of grief and resentment. And then I will have nothing on my mind except to make love to you for the rest of my life.
I like the last part.
Okie dokie. Charles Crawford. Lived New York City, died New York City, and was cremated in New York City. Well, the guy was definitely consistent. I'm just too smart for my own good. That's my problem. Just too smart. All right, 39. He was 39 years old when he died. 39. But the big question is, when did he die? When did he die? When? If I don't know when he died, then I can't prove what a big phony old Miss Catherine Crawford really is. So, Miss Catherine Crawford, I'm just not quite finished with you yet.
Yeah? I don't know if you can hear me, but I have to believe that you do, because this is important. There are people who love you so much. And I know you believe in the power of love. That it has an energy all its own. And if you close your eyes for just a second, you'll be able to feel that energy and hear our prayers. And the loudest voice of all that you will hear is Sean's. Because no matter what you think or how it looked, Sean loves you more than...
Is it all right for me to see Tiffany now?
I don't think that's a very good idea just yet.
Come on, I am not just a visitor. I am her husband.
I know that, Sean. But from what I gather, you may be a contributing factor.
All right, no, I'm sorry. Sorry. Hello, Abby.
I wanted to see how your wife was doing.
She's not too good. She needs a lot of rest. What's the problem? You've already got your confession, your weapon, and your witness, so what are you doing here?
Yeah, listen, Dr. Baldwin here is the doctor on record, so she'll tell you about Tiffany's condition.
She really can't see anybody just now.
So I know that this is really rough right now.
Well, what if Tiffany doesn't come out of this?
You have to believe that she will.
Look, Sean, you've always been straight with me. Now it's my turn.
Well, maybe we ought to do this in my office.
Scotty, it's all right.
When I heard about this case, I prayed the boss would give it to Jack Rafferty. You know, such luck.
Come on, Abby, I appreciate what you're saying, but you just do your job. You're very good at it.
Then there are 2 new pieces of evidence. You are entitled to hear all discovery in case you change your plea.
Why would I?
Well, let's hear it.
The first is no surprise. The lab confirmed Sean's fingerprints were on the murder weapon.
What else?
The tape was recovered from Jessica's phone answering machine.
Let's hear it.
I'm warning you, Jessica. If you say one word to Tiffany about that baby, you'll regret it. I could kill that woman.
Tonight, when Michelle is crowned princess for the day, it's a royal pain for big sister Stephanie. A special full hour of Full